LEGO Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga walkthrough. This is the third level for the Revenge of the Sith movie in the prequel trilogies, and I'm not actually sure which movie is the shortest. It's probably this one or Attack of the Clones, but I think this one must be a contender because pretty much every single one of these levels are less than 10 minutes long, and I haven't sped anything up. In a lot of the previous videos I made, I sped up a ton of the walking, and those ended up being less than 10 minutes, or sometimes they were more than that. But this one, I haven't sped a single thing up. I'm showing you all the slow walking that we have to do through, you guessed it, Coruscant, and they're still super short. So this one is going to be about the attack on Kashyyyk, or Kashyyyk, or Kashyyyk, I don't know, I've heard 50 million pronunciations for that, and we're going to go deal with the Emperor, which was just a cutscene, and then now we're in the air. I think Order 66 was executed now, so all the Jedis are getting attacked, and I thought it'd be kind of cool if they had a brief little gameplay of us playing as the two-brained guy and the girl with the tentacles and some of the other Jedi who got betrayed, but nope, it's just skip straight to Yoda, because that's all anybody cares about anyway. I forgot to cut out that load screen, but whatever. Here we are in Kachirho, I don't know. We're on the Wookiee planet, and we're going to land with Yoda on the beach, and he's going to be a little bit frail, but don't you worry. The second he pulls out that lightsaber, he's a master who is really bad at killing Sith. So there's going to be some trapped Wookiees around the beach, and it's a little bit surprising to me too, but this does have some resemblance of a real level to it. So we have to actually go around and rescue some of these Wookiees. So it doesn't matter what order we do these in, of course, but we're just going to head on over to this furthest one, because why not? And he's going to be pinned by a bunch of the droid... What are they going to be? Assaulters? I don't know. Amphibious droids. And these things are like actually droids. That was something that I never knew as a kid, was that these are like actually droids, you know. There's no one controlling them. And we're just going to throw our lightsaber at them because that's easier than trying to deal with the water mechanics, which is just a little wonky in any game, especially this one. And I gotta say, the Wookiees were a lot tougher against those things in the movies, so I don't really think this game was fair to the Wookiees that were up that far on the beach anyway. Okay, and then there's going to be some that are trapped under a bunch of rubble, and this one is understandable. I mean, Wookiees are only so strong, so Yoda's going to throw all of that out of the way, no problem. And we can worry about the droids or not, doesn't really matter. And that's 2 out of 3, so now we'll head up into the Wookiee hut, and he's just going to be surrounded by a bunch of droids, no problem. Yet again, just defeat them all. And again, I'm pretty sure the ones in the movies would have just torn all the droids apart limb from limb. I don't think they would have given up so easy. Alright, now we're going to get told by whoever that is. I don't think that's Chewbacca. I think Yoda said his name once, but I forgot what it was, because it's like one line, and man, these movies are sometimes pretty long. We're going to follow the yellow brick road again, and just go up the tree here to that waypoint that the Wookiee was waving us to. And I'm a little bit afraid to stop talking even though I have nothing to say because I don't want to get copyright. That's all right, and we'll keep going through the pretty cool tree. I mean, this is actually a cool place to explore. So when you finish all the campaigns, you know, just come back and take a look at some of these places. Go a little bit slower, don't rush through them. I think it's fine to rush the campaign just to get the levels out of the way and get all the areas unlocked. But, you know, it's actually is fun to explore this game when you get the chance. Okay, now we get betrayed at last, or, yeah, I guess we weren't actually betrayed yet, because those were the droids attacking us. So yeah, we get betrayed at last, now the stormtroopers are attacking us, and we're just going to slaughter them, because that's what Yoda does best against the good guys, not so much against the bad guys. And then we're going to cut a hole in the wall, and that time I just went left and right, which I've mentioned before, but as I showed there, you can just move left and right on those walls, and it like completes the circuit, and the game thinks that you made a hole on the wall, so you don't actually have to make a hole. And sometimes it's kind of annoying because the lightsaber won't go through the slots and in the grid, so you end up kind of going in a weird shape without meaning to, but that one was also a total accident. And then for some reason I'm going to like warp super speed into that railing. I don't think I did that on purpose. This game is getting a little bit weird in this movie. I'm seeing quite a few more glitches than I'm used to, but still nothing game breaking, so I guess that's alright. And then we're going to clear out this little platform of all of these whatever they're called, stormtroopers. And then there's going to be, I actually forgot what we have to do with that thing in the middle. We are going to have to blow up these boxes, but I totally forgot what that thing in the middle was. Was that supposed to be the, no, that can't be the escape pod. Maybe it's a bridge? I totally forgot about this part. What are we doing here? We're going to build it, and then we're going to have to push it aside, but what's it accomplish once we start pushing it? It's like a windmill, it looks like. Oh, it looks like it opens up a bridge for us. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Nope, that's not a bridge. That's, I don't know what, wait, those are like fins. They're like trampolines. Okay, that's really weird. I was definitely zoning out when I got this far in the game, so I do not remember that part at all. That is very interesting. Okay, there's our escape pod. I knew it couldn't have been the thing under the hut because that didn't make any sense. And we're just going to have to fight through a couple more waves of these stormtroopers. And we probably could just skip most of them if we want to, or ignore them, but there is a tree in the way that we have to fell first, so we'll clear them out just so we're not getting permanently pestered. Now, of course, it does depend on what order you're completing these levels in, but hopefully you are continuing to buy upgrades with your Kyber bricks. And that will mean by now you should have a pretty decent amount of health, unless this is the second level you're doing, in which case it's not going to matter because the game doesn't really get much harder or easier with or without the upgrades. It definitely gets more convenient, and it's a lot easier to get the True Jedi meter, and then there's the upgrade that shows you where all the collectibles are, so you don't even need a walkthrough for those anymore. And then there's just a couple of other kind of cool quality of life sort of upgrades, I guess you could call them, and it does make the game more fun, of course, but I think for the most part, if you showed someone a fully upgraded character versus one that isn't, it'd be kind of hard to tell. You know, this game is pretty universal in its difficulty of not having a difficulty. And we're just going to make a battering ram because I recently rewatched Lord of the Rings, so why not? And we can knock the tree down and jump on top of it. And now we're a little bit closer to our escape pod now. There's going to be a strange looking walker thing in the way that I'm just going to walk past because why not? Again, I don't know. I'm totally running out of reasons for why I'm doing anything right now in this game. I'm just trying to get it over with. This walkthrough's gone on too long, you know. The game isn't even that long. The game was like 6 hours long, but I just feel like I've been doing this walkthrough for too long. I'm ready to move on. Two videos left after this one. Alright, we're going to climb up on top of the cliff, and we got to clear out a few more of these stormtroopers, and I think that's pretty much all we have to do. Yep, once they're all dead, that is it for the level.